Hey, what's going on, everyone? Blaketos84 here. We're going to be going over Cold-Blooded. Cold-Blooded is a health card as part of the ability cards for Red Dead Redemption 2 Online. So let's just go ahead and read through this here. Cold-Blooded Tier 2. After killing an enemy, you will regain health over the next 5 seconds. So I have this at Tier 2. I don't have it at Tier 3 yet. I have the ability to upgrade it to Tier 3, as you can see here. I just haven't done it yet. I'm waiting for the summer update to come out. I'm trying to save my money. So we're going to read through the differences between the tier levels. So, and the keywords that you're going to see here is on Tier 1, it says, after killing an enemy, you will regain a little health over the next 5 seconds. Whereas in Tier 2 it says you will regain health over the next 5 seconds. And for Tier 3 it says you will regain a lot of health over the next 5 seconds. So this is a healing card. So I don't see this online very often. I started messing with it just to see if I could find a way to use this card that could give me the edge over my opponents. So I have it at Tier 2, and obviously it's maxed out at Tier 2. I just need to pay to upgrade it, which I'm not going to until after the summer update or the fall update or whatever they want to call it comes out. So I've seen a few people use this, mostly in free roam. I got into an altercation with a higher level than myself one night, and he was using this card, which I thought was like really weird. He was using it with Paint It Black and a couple other things, and he was using a bow from just insane distances. But either way, not a card you see very often in Showdown, not a card you see used much in free roam. I think the issue with the card is the fact that you have to wait until after you kill your enemy to regain health. So let's say you're a lower rank and you're just starting off and you're just trying to make some money or whatever, and you're doing some of the enemy hideouts, or you're doing a wagon mission or something like that. I feel like this card would be helpful for then. But as you rank up, and if you're going the PvP route, which is what I normally do when I play, is I'm usually in some form of Showdown. Just the fact that you have to wait until the person's dead to regain health, I think, is a deterrent for a lot of people. So it is a pretty cool card. You could kill someone and then get a lot of your health back, but then you're going to have to kill someone else before you get a lot more of the health back, and so on and so forth. Where if you're going to be using a card that's like that, I would say, why don't you just use Strange Medicine anyways? You'll start healing when you're fighting the person, so you're not going to get the bonus of the over the next 5 seconds after they're dead, but you know, that's kind of trade-off for it. If I were to use this card, I would probably run with Slow and Steady. That's my main one, or Paint It Black, I guess. And do the way that this one's worded. If I were to use this card, I would probably do something like this. Let's see. I would probably, since I'm going to be regaining health after I kill someone, I'm going to want to do a bunch of damage while I'm fighting them. So each consecutive shot on the same target does much more damage than the last. So if me and you are getting into a shootout, I could just, you know, run winning streak on here, bust out 2 pistols and just pop, 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 knowing that every time I hit you, as long as it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's no skips between the shots, I'm going to do a lot more damage than the previous shot. So maybe I would run this, and maybe I would either run the hat just as a safety measure, with never without one. Maybe I could go with Unblinking Eye so I could stay in Deadeye and take less damage from you, or take less damage from you when you're using Slow and Steady and Deadeye. Or maybe I could try Landed's Patience and do more damage. That might, never mind, that won't work for that. Let's see. You could possibly run Strange Medicine with it, or Peak Condition to do more damage. Or if you want to kind of just do like a straight up healer set, maybe you could run Come Back Strong with it. But I would probably go This would probably be the build I would want with this card. The problem is you'd probably need to take potions and stuff like that too. But not having that hat, or a way to slow down the Deadeye when you do go in, that could be problematic. Again, that's why I don't really use this card, because I'm mostly doing PvP, and I am upgrading it in the process of doing that or whatever, but I'm just not seeing the practicality when I'm using this in gunfights. And to be honest with you, I've never got my butt whooped by somebody in showdown of any level or in free roam that's used that card. It's just not something that's used very often in PvP. Now, the other thing is that needs to be taken into consideration is the game is constantly evolving. So maybe there is a winning formula that you could figure out how to use this card. Maybe you're like, you know what? I'm just going to use Quiet and Inspiration. So when I go into Deadeye, I'll start healing right away. And then I'll use Winning Streak. And then I'll use Never Without One, so I can't take a headshot. So I could get one headshot. And maybe you could use that, but that could be the future of the game. But in the current landscape of the game, I just don't see a practical use with this one on there for PvP. If you're a lower rank and you're looking to level up, maybe this is going to be something that's really going to help you out. But I'm over level 200. I just don't see the point in this card in my rotation. But this also gives me the opportunity to revisit that thought and try to implement that into Showdown next time I start doing them. So if I'm missing something, guys, let me know. Let's talk about this. Let's figure out the pros and the cons to it. It seems like a card that should be pretty cool, but maybe with the new update, this card will be real important if you're doing like different missions, or if you're getting attacked by bounty hunters, or you are a bounty hunter, or whatever. Maybe it will have its place someday. And I think that's what's so unique about the way that these cards have been made, is they all represent something specific to do a specific function, and a lot of them don't carry over to have multiple purposes. So that's all that I have on this guy. So until I see you on the trails next time, cheers.